Kate.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. This is our special monthly modality message. And it's because it's Scorpio season.
The sun is moving into Scorpio. Happy birthday, Scorpios.
Happy birthday, Scorpios. Happy birthday, Mr. O.
So we do a special, every month when the sun moves into a new sign, a monthly modality message. It's our own unique tarot and astrology reading.
Right. So basically it's the modalities we're going to be reading for today. And we will tell you what they are and give you some info, because we do start with my favorites, the cardinal signs.
Cardinal signs.
And the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And we have some great positive attributes. We're initiators. We get things started. We're active. We're quick. We have drive. We're ambitious. We have vim and vigor. No slackers. Enthusiastic, a zest for life. We're very clever and
want to win. Win.
We want to win. Okay.
But of course, despite what she thinks, there are some negatives. Hey, she wrote this script. Too domineering. No. Self-centered, forgetting about others as they focus on their stuff, and they often don't finish what they start.
That I'll agree to.
But that's the modality energies that are also shared by the other three signs in the modality, and each modality, cardinal, fixed, or mutable, is a composite of each four signs from each of the elements. So it's really all the way they will situate. It's an astrological thing. So those are the cardinals, and we will begin our reading.
Did you shuffle?
Yes, I did. Okay. Question 1.
Question 1 is, of course, the primary focus for the cardinal modalities in the month ahead. And I guess at this point it's safe to say that this reading is good for the entire Scorpio season. Okay, so that card is the King of Cups. Well, so what is the primary focus? The King of Cups? Keeping, it's really interesting because, of course, this is election season, and a lot of people are nervous in this country beyond that, but that could add to some of the stress, the pressure, the depression people are facing.
Oh, I didn't realize it was reversed. You didn't say it was.
I did say it was reversed, didn't I? I thought I did. The King of Cups reversed. I'm sorry. So at any rate, my feeling here is that it looks as though people are going to be depressed. People are going to have to try to keep their emotions in check in this month ahead. Whether it's the election or anything else, I think that's the important thing right now. And also, you might be challenged by people. People might be challenging you in a way that is affecting you emotionally.
Well, the King of Cups reverse sounds like a Cancer individual who would be one of the members of the cardinal signs. But beyond that, there is an idea maybe of an emotionality that is less giving and is maybe a little bit more hard-edged. People may be having regrets about things that they feel bad about, or in general, they're just not as likely to be kind to others, and so maybe some of that is the stresses or other things that are depressors during this month ahead.
So question 2 is the role your interactions with others may play for you in the month ahead, which is interesting because maybe it fits into that card, but it is justice. Justice is upright. So,
all right.
Well, I think here people could be a mitigating factor for you. Maybe people could help you, your interactions with others, whether it's you, I guess it's whether it's you or whether it's them, could be playing a role as a mediator, could be playing a role making a big decision, could be playing a role also trying to find a middle ground, keep those scales balanced.
Sometimes when this card shows up, it does act like maybe there are some actual legal or court activities going on. So it wouldn't be surprising that that could be a possibility for the Cardinals, that maybe they might be involved in a situation that does have legalistic overtones. But I like what Banshee said, because that's more likely to be what's going on, that maybe your interactions with others will see you helping them make decisions or giving advice about decisions, or likewise, maybe that's coming to you, maybe that's coming in some other venues too.
Well, and I spoke of the election, and I can't help but say, for those of you who are election workers, who are cardinal signs, you're just trying to maintain balance and integrity here. And there's a lot of stress on you right now. There's been threats, there's been all kinds of things. So I'm just throwing that out there because I realize, there could be people listening who could be involved in, the polling and the election process.
Okay, card 3 then is the opportunities or challenges that the Cardinals will face in this month ahead, and how best they may be able to achieve or tackle them.
Oh, well, opportunities or challenges is party on, eh? 3 of Cups. There's more to it than that.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy. An opportunity to just drown your sorrows. No. Don't want to say that.
Yes, it is the Cups, so you can always wonder about that.
I think what this is saying is there could be an opportunity for you this month. It's really interesting, cardinal signs, because here you're kind of, stressed and gloomy, and here your interactions with others are trying to calm it down or bring it back in balance. And here the opportunity is to maybe build some connections and some supportive bridges for you. Whether this is in your workplace, whether this is in your personal life, it looks as though, you have a chance here to build partnerships, to forge alliances, to get closer with a supportive group of people.
Well, earlier at the beginning, I think you might have mentioned about, the overall psychic environment of this being the election time period. And so I look at that and I wonder, is it a challenge to find your happiness, to maybe decide that, you'll be able to be happy with the outcome or whatever? Will that be challenging for some of us?
Well, I like that. I mean, okay, I can see that.
Or other events or situations that are similar.
I mean, I can see that. It's a positive card. However, we did say opportunities or challenges, so the challenge could be what he is implying here. So whatever resonates, cardinal signs, but I do think maybe, it could be either. It could be forging alliances or this inability to find a happy place.
Card 4, it's about how you can best use your modalities superpower to best advantage. What you got? Oh,
it's the 9 of Swords.
Remember what I said before about
finding happiness?
They want to whine.
They want to whine instead of win.
Okay, let's not diminish this.
Let's think about this now, because the modality superpowers for the sign is forgetting about others, don't finishing what you start. I don't know. That's some of the negatives, but I mean...
But this kind of dovetails into that. Maybe, you have to remember all the others who maybe you're connected to, who also need a shout out or a tenderness of some sort.
Well, I'm looking at this card and thinking here, the way to use your modality superpowers may be to, try to be ambitious, try to be enthusiastic, and find a way to turn stressful situations upside down. There's a lot of stress and anxiety or depression here at the beginning of the reading. And again, it seems like the focus is on fear and anxieties that may be real or not. It's, I think, using your modality superpowers to allay your fears. You know, in other words, initiate something, get something started that will help you allay those fears. Work on a project or goal that, will make you feel better.
Right, and again, of course, there is the temptation, because we've both mentioned it more than once now, that some of this is relating to the national election.
Maybe
don't give in to that. Depending, it's like that old song. There's got to be a morning after.
Right, not giving in to your fears and, just keeping a can-do attitude, I think, will get you through this. And it seems like you have support here from what I'm seeing. At least from my interpretation, I see some support here from others. So let's recap this real quick, because we spent a lot of time on this one. I think here, with the King of Cups reversed, there's some depression, there's some bad news, or there's something really weighing heavily on your emotions, so much so that you're really having a hard time keeping them under control.
Why are the Cardinals so glum?
Yeah, well, as far as it goes, your interactions with others seem fair and balanced, to use that phrase. But the thing here is, it looks as though people might be supporting you and trying to make you feel better about things, trying to uplift rather than, and kind of put things back in perspective or balance again.
People will understand and help.
Helping you make any tough decisions that might be weighing heavily on you as well. And so, what was that again? Oh, the opportunities or challenges, of course. And I felt the opportunity was that you could possibly find more supportive group of people to be with, and who can help you through, some crises or difficult situations. There is support out there. People have your back.
And that's also your challenge, too, to find that support, to find ways to feel resonant and happy enough, as you continue through the month.
And you need to just find a way to work through your fears. Work on something constructive. To just sit back and fear something and not stand up to it, that's a problem. And that's something cardinal signs should not do. We're very ambitious. We should push through our challenges.
All right. So that was the Cardinals.
Good luck with that, cardinal signs. Let's move on to those fixed signs, those darn fixed signs.
All right, and you start shuffling this time, because I started last time. So I will talk about the fixed signs, who are known also as Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And they do have positives, of course. They are steadiness, stable, determined, resolute, self-reliant. They forge ahead. They calmly work on their objectives. Well, as a Scorpio, not always that calm. Remembers those who've helped them. Yes, I cherish loyalty. Persistence, concentration, powerful yet purposeful. No wasted emotions.
Well, that's just all fine and dandy. You guys are just stellar, except for a few negatives, They could be stubborn.
Please stop now.
They could be my way or the highway.
All I want is my own way.
They could have a tendency to get stuck in their ways, old man.
We've always did it this way.
He's probably going to cut that out.
We've always did it this way.
And they believe they are always right.
I may not always be right, but I am never wrong.
Okay, Steady Eddie. Let's see what you got.
Steady Eddie.
Let's see what you got.
That fits.
Should I say Steady Freddy?
No, you should not.
Okay.
Card 1, the primary focus for the fixed signs this month ahead.
Well, lucky you. We had the 3 of Cups in the last reading. We got the 4 of Wands up right in this reading. Wow. How nice is that?
4 of Wands, eh?
Well, Four of Wands. So the primary focus is it's your birthday month, right? Scorpios. So, hey, the rest of you fixed signs can celebrate with them. But, this is party time anyway for maybe some or all of you. There's a reason to celebrate. Something that's going to make you, unlike the cardinal signs that are kind of gloomy, you're kind of happy.
Well, the thing too about this beginning month is we are looking ahead at the definite spectacular Halloween holiday that almost everyone celebrates, whether they're fixed sign or not. But also too, it's the beginning of the winter holidays, which include Thanksgiving, which is very feast-like. So even though that will move us into Sagittarius, I think there's a sense of that anticipation that maybe is shown in that card.
I like that. So what role will your interactions with others play in this month ahead? Well, it's the Hermit reversed.
Oh.
Well, I think, others are more than willing to share their knowledge with you and vice versa. Maybe this is a time for you to have some collaborative brainstorming sessions on the job, or, taking some knowledge that you gained from a workshop or a class and sharing it with others. This is a time to come back out, and I think here, others may be coming back into your life too. Maybe you haven't seen some people in a while. Maybe they've been holed away in their little caves, but suddenly they're coming out.
Well, this interaction kind of feel here may go along with what I said about, a sense of anticipation for the fall and winter holidays. And so it is a time where maybe people you haven't always associated with kind of, come forward, and you may meet them for occasions of some sort. But I think I like what Banshee said in the first place, which is really too, is that maybe people want to hear your story. Maybe people want you to kind of come and share something with them, or maybe you just feel the need to get some of that stuff out there too, to share with others. You can't hold on to it forever necessarily.
These two cards really together here are very social interacting cards in a way, because this is a celebration. I mean, it could be just a celebration at home, but to me this could be a wedding or a bigger gathering of some sort as well. And then you have this card where you're maybe seeing people you haven't seen in a while.
Nice.
Stuff like that. It does seem to kind of fit together. So let's see, what's the next one?
What are the opportunities or challenges that you may face in this month ahead, and how best can you achieve them?
Well, and you keep talking about winter coming, and there it is on this card. It's a Princess of Swords reversed. And so I believe that is the page, right? Princess?
Princess?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that would be the page.
It's the page in this deck. So the Princess of Swords is reversed here. So the challenge is, oh my, doesn't this sound like socializing in this season?
Holy cow.
The challenge is to watch what you say, and also to try to be diplomatic and graceful. Let's not get into the political diatribes going on or the things that pull people apart here. Let's try to be diplomatic, trying to be patient, trying to listen to what others have to say as well as how you communicate. I think that's going to be some of the challenges in this month, especially with it being election time.
This is aptly put, because I look at those four signs, not just Scorpio, in the fixed array, and I say none of these people are less than blunt. They will say what they want, and probably they should watch out for that. So the challenge will indeed be to measure your words, measure the thoughts you share. Likewise, I think it's an opportunity, because, sometimes less is more. Maybe you can win more of your points by being more to the point and less meandering, less clumsy.
And I think the other challenge here is to be authentic. Be who you are. Don't put on any airs. Don't put on any false faces. Be your authentic self.
So that leaves us with how does your modality superpower save the day?
Here we come to save the day. And look, it's mutable, not
It is indeed mutable.
Mutable fire. We've got the Prince of Wands.
And that would be the Knight of Wands.
The Knight of Wands.
Yes.
Yep, and he is upright.
He's upright, thank goodness.
Well, I think, the Prince of Wands has a lot of fire, energy, and enthusiasm here. So I think the best way you can use your modality superpowers is to be stable, to try to forge ahead, but pace yourself. Try not to let all that energy get the best of you here. I think this is a positive, though, that you can use you can use this enthusiasm in a measured way, that fire energy.
Well, once again, I look at the 4 signs and I realize that your superpower is perhaps the power that is exemplified by the Knight of Wands. It's to be charming, to have charisma, to radiate confidence and bravery. And that's where your superpower will advantage you the most, because it's not that what you do, it's how you do it, how you will model your confidence and bravery to others around you for a collaborative sense, perhaps, as we move through the holidays.
Right, and see,
it's uplifting.
One of your superpowers, of course, is purposeful, powerful yet purposeful movements, no wasted motions. And so, you want to move quickly, but not so quickly that you make mistakes. So, and I think that with the Prince of Wands upright, number 1, that's probably not going to be an issue. So use this energy wisely to forge ahead on a goal, whether it's work-related or in your personal environment. Shall we recap?
Yes.
Party on. No, I think you're building a foundation for yourself. Now that I think about it, there may be a party here, there may be a celebration, or other people might be involved in this, but you're pursuing something and you're putting something solid into place. Some plans, maybe more than plans, some of the structure for those plans into place.
Right. It really is maybe about realizing the fullness of time, a sort of a tapestry of looking ahead. I mentioned before, the beginning of, the winter holidays.
And it is a reason to pause and celebrate. And so you might be doing that. You might be getting other people involved in this project. It might bring other people out of the woodwork to see what's going on, whatever the case may be. I think you're going to be sharing your knowledge with others. I think likewise that maybe you'll be doing some networking and others will be sharing with you. This just seems like people are coming back that you maybe haven't worked with or dealt with in a while.
Fixed signs, you just seem to have a little bit more oomph in your personableness with others, and you're bound to bring people out as well as bringing yourself out.
The opportunities or challenges that you may face, well, watch how you communicate, and please just don't do all the talking, especially if you don't have anything really substantial to say. Give other people a chance, fixed signs. Let them be heard. I know you think you're always right, but the bottom line is here, we want to be diplomatic and we want to be fair.
Right. All too often I think that any of the fixed signs have a tendency to be a little bit more blunt or cutting, and you can just find a way to tone back on that. It's not going to work for this month ahead.
And finally, hey, feel free to use your superpowers to steadily and, stably use that energy to move forward on implementing the goal. You've got a foundation in place. This is pushing it forward now.
Your confidence will be very inspiring.
Nice.
All right.
Good luck with that.
So that was 2 of the 3 modalities. There's only 3 modalities. Each one has one of the 4 elements in it. So this is our final one.
It's the mutables, which are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And they have a lot of positives. I'll go through them. They're very good at going with the flow. They're very adaptable. They're very flexible. They're very versatile. They're highly resourceful. They can change when necessary, which, that's a great attribute. They're quite easy to change and can change and assume various personas like a chameleon. They're well liked by others. They enjoy learning, playing fair. They're diplomatic and sharp. They're sympathetic. They can see below the surface. They're selfless, and they are quick to help others.
Well, you would think that they were like, the chosen, but they do have some negatives, and they kind of come through in pretty specific ways. They, the mutables, may try too hard to please everyone. They cannot be the servant of two masters. They can be wishy-washy, inconsistent, downright duplicitous, and of course that's, a worst-case example. They can stretch themselves to the breaking point. So Pisces clearly wants to do better. I mean, mutables.
Why did you pick on Pisces?
Why was I picking on Pisces? Hey, it's another water sign. I feel entitled.
Oh, my goodness.
But I think, they can take a lesson.
Yes, you can take the foot out of mouth now.
Already. Card the first.
All right, the card the first, which is, of course, the primary focus for your month ahead. Well, I'm assuming you're all going to vote or something, right? Because you've got the Two of Swords reversed.
Yes.
Which means making a move, choice, or decision, finally. So, and won't we all be glad when this is over? But anyway, the Two of Swords reversed. Now's the time to get off the fence. Now is the time to take a stand, to make a move, to speak your mind. It's no holding back time. It's go time.
Whether it's about the election or not, I think mutables, maybe realistically are the ones who most likely spend the most time thinking about issues of great consequence. And so I think this is saying really you are at the point, you will be at the point where you realize you have learned to experience as much as you possibly can to make the important decisions you may have to make.
Yeah, that was good. I was just going to say mutables now. I know how hard it is for you to make a choice one way or another because you're afraid of hurting somebody's feelings or, not making the right choice. Do it. Do it. You have to do it.
So then, what will your interactions with others be like, and how will your role play in those?
And why do you have to do it? Because you've got the Three of Pentacles upright. So the reason you need to make a move, choice, or decision is so that people can work with you on this. They're waiting. They're maybe waiting for you to decide what it is. What's the final outcome? What's the decision? What you want to do? What's the next move that needs to be made? Others may be depending on you to do that so that they can implement the plan and work together in harmony with you.
There's a strong implication that if you're not the actual leader or director of the plan, you're somebody that is an important enough part that you need to be engaged with others as they do with you. And so this is saying really a plan works best when everybody knows exactly what to do and when.
Your decision, apparently, or move, matters here, I think. But we'll see what else we've got. What's next? The opportunities or challenges you might face in this month ahead. Oh gosh, it's the King of Cups has returned.
Ooh,
reversed again.
Reversed.
Yep. Well, that's the challenge, all right. Keeping emotions in check. I don't know why, but I think this is you. This is you. This decision is probably something that's weighing heavily on your heart for some reason. It's going to affect people in a certain way. But I I really am not sure, I'm kind of putting these together because I kind of see the pattern. I'm really not sure you're going to have much to worry about. I think people are going to climb on board, whether this is a personal issue or this is, a business one.
Right. I think that the challenge is to navigate through the things that maybe you feel emotionally unsound about, and maybe find what the opportunities are to really resolve what the lingering questions are. A lot of times we have this binary way of dealing with troublesome situations. It has to be all the one, all the other. Maybe your role is to find where there's something in the middle that everyone can kind of agree with, even if it's not exactly what they want.
Well, and it's interesting to me. Well, we'll recap. I'm take a look at all
So
this again. How can you use your modality superpowers to help you out? Well, it's the High Priestess upright.
Yay!
You have all upright. No, you don't. Thought they were all upright. 3 of them are. But it's the High Priestess upright. And, I think you have to tap into your inner wisdom here. You have to tap into your greater good, your higher self, to to ensure that this decision has everybody's best interests at heart. Not just what's good for you, but what's good for the whole goose and gander here.
So, right, it's really about, diving in deep and trying to get on that wavelength of really being able to vibe between your team, or if it's not a team, the situations and the energies around you. There are things here that you need to understand at the deepest level possible, and to some degree, that's going to provide an air of serenity that maybe you can in turn model or generate for others. And so that's ultimately how your superpower will be of advantage.
Well, and recognize this. One of your superpowers is that you can see below the surface of things. You can get to the heart of things. Using your gut instincts, your High Priestess energy will definitely help you. And another thing is, the High Priestess very, deals with intuitive matters. I also feel here, you have that other quality of being very sympathetic towards others. And so that smacks of empathy to me, and I feel like the High Priestess can be a very empathic person as well. Maybe not as much as the Empress, but I think that that's a quality too in making this decision that might be really important, to you.
All right.
Well, let's recap, because this is an interesting read. I think here some really heavy decision has to be made, and I'm just going to keep going back and forth as I do this, because it's weighing heavily on you. And it's apparently affecting others in some way, and your working relationship with them. Now, that doesn't mean it's at work. It could be household issues, it could be family issues, etc. So I think here this decision is very tough for you mutables. You're afraid of hurting somebody or stepping on toes, whatever the case may be, but you have to do it. You have to make a choice.
Overall, it seems like the situation could possibly have been building for a while, and maybe you've wanted to avoid it, but there's really no sense in doing that. Sometimes, it's just like you have to get to the bottom before you can see back up again. And once you do, though, that idea there at the end, the High Priestess, really will resolve almost everything and will provide a lot more peace and calm for the entire whoever's affected.
And you know what? With that Two of Swords reversed here, I just got to say, I feel that you already know what you want to do. It's reversed. It's go time. You know what you want to do. You're still kind of upset, though, because you're afraid, like I said, it may upset the apple cart, hurt somebody's feelings, whatever the case may be. So card 2 is basically how your interactions with others will be this month ahead, and I feel like it's tied into all of this. And I think they're just ready to get to work. They want to roll up their sleeves and get busy on whatever it is you're moving towards here. I think they want to help you. I think they want to be part of the solution and not the problem. So they're just waiting on this, basically. Maybe they even already know what you have in mind.
Wow. Good job.
Nothing? Okay. So,
No, I thought I said what I wanted to say.
oh, okay. So card 3, of course, as we're going through.
I thought I was
we were
gestalting it.
recapping.
I thought I had gestalted the whole thing.
Oh,
That was me. I guess
then I should just go ahead.
keep going. I'll throw in thoughts again.
All right. Card 3 is about this difficult, keeping your emotions in check, keeping your emotions maybe out of waffling on this decision, making a decision that's best for all involved and not how you feel about it, okay?
The idea behind card 3 is, you have an opportunity to try to make everything feel emotionally better for yourself, but maybe the challenge is also feeling too that no one really wins altogether. And once again, I said this earlier, I think there's a sense of binary thinking that everything has to be totally resolved. It's not going to happen necessarily here, or not until later in this process.
And ultimately, your modality superpower of seeing below the surface. Also, trusting your gut, and what is your intuition and, your empathy trying to tell you about the situation and the moves that you should make. You should always be making moves with everybody's best interests at heart, if it makes sense. Sometimes, of course, we have to make a hard decision for ourselves. We have to sometimes put our interests first. But looking at the tone of this reading here and how others are so supportive of you, I really feel here you need to do what's good for everyone's interests.
Well, I think it's interesting to note that this is the sun sign of Scorpio, and I think for almost every sign, but certainly maybe these modality signs here, the mutables, they're going to be feeling that energy, that scorpionic energy that is also conducive to the kind of intuition or psychic things happening that the High Priestess also speaks about.
Nice.
That's
it. That's what we have for the mutables.
The mutables.
And we are done.
And we are
So
done.
we hope you enjoyed these readings. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and hope to see you at some of our live shows.
Right, and it's just a quick reminder that, of course, Thursday's show, we will be giving away more of the decks that we said. We still have decks like the Dungeons and Dragons, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the Today's Journey Tarot, as well as a couple of very slightly used, if at all, Spoopy Tarot and I'm forgetting. Do you remember?
There's Oracle,
Right
the
there.
Soul's Journey, and stuff like that. Oracle, Soul's Journey.
All right. So join us on Thursday night for another chance at that.
Well,
or reading.
Or a free reading, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Handled that masterfully.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, everybody. Take care. Have a great month ahead. Happy birthday again to our Scorpio friends. I know there are many. So take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.